Good morning, students. I hope that you did a good job of reading during AR, or coming from, if you're in fourth period, that doesn't really apply to you. So today, okay, you are going to, after you're done with the video, okay, I want you to turn in the chapter 4 grammar. Remember, that was what you were redoing, okay, that we went over the other day so that you could review and actually kind of know what's up. So I would love for you guys to get that turned in. Don't go yet. Wait till the end of the video. I want you to do that while the substitute is passing out your answer sheets and your quizzes. If you guys can help pass out the answer sheets, that would be helpful because you know each other's names. And remember, everyone has their own specific answer sheet. I guess some of you have probably not done this yet, but this is what your answer sheet looks like. And as you go through the questions on the quiz, okay, so for number 1, the question is, what point of view is this from? And there's only an A and a B option. So you would bubble in with your pencil nice and dark on number 1 on here, okay? And you would bubble in if you think it's A or if you think it's B, and you're going to do that for all 15 questions, okay? When you're done, go ahead and turn it in, your answer document and your test, your quiz. You can write on the quiz, that's fine, but remember, the answer documents make it really fast for me to grade, so I can have your stuff in the computer later today, okay? So don't forget, everybody has their own copy. And you need to make sure you use a dark pen or pencil, or just pencil today, okay? After you're done with the quiz, you are going to write the short response for "There Will Come Soft Rains," okay? And I have a very specific way I would like you to do it because we're going to start incorporating, I call it name it, verb it, and it's a way we're going to start to write some summaries for the things that we're writing. Your short response isn't going to be a summary, but I do want to get the name it, verb it part down. So I'm going to go over that in just a second, and it's on the board already for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Much like last time and kind of all the writing we've done the last couple weeks, I will have a sentence frame for you to start with, and then you go from there. You'll have the rest of the class period to work on the short response, and if you don't finish it, it will be homework, okay? And then we'll rip out the story tomorrow in class and turn that in. Okay, so some things, everybody, hopefully you're looking up at the board right now, and I have the short response up that's in your book. And the short response says, what overall effect does the author's personification of the house have on the reader as the house burns down? Cite text evidence to support your details. I have to emphasize that because some of you still don't cite text evidence. That's the whole point of trying to write these, is using your own words, but also integrating text evidence into what we're writing, okay? So first thing I want to make sure we understand is, remember, personification is giving non-human things human-like qualities, and this whole story was littered with that, right? That was one of your tasks in your close read, was to underline all the lots of personification throughout the story. And you guys have a pretty good grasp on that. So when you're looking for your text evidence, you should already have quite a few things underlined so you don't have to look super hard. So hopefully that's a plus for you. Now, name it, verb it, okay? Name it means you're naming the story and the author at the very beginning of your short response, okay? You should always do this. I need to know that you can say, in the story, "There Will Come Soft Rains" by Ray Bradbury, and then continue on with writing what you're writing, okay? So my example, and it's up on the board, is the short story "There Will Come Soft Rains" by Ray Bradbury tells the story of a house that survives a nuclear bomb but burns down after the initial attack. So, verb it, okay? And we'll go over this in more detail when we come back from the break. But verb it is referring to what's the little kind of couple word summary I could give where my reader of my writing kind of has an idea of what I'm about to talk about. And so you guys are going to talk about personification of the author's personification of the house. So you need to tell me in that little sentence what happened to the house. Like, why are we reading about a personified house? We're reading about a personified house because this takes place in the future, and there was a nuclear bomb, and the house is still operating even though there's no people. Remember the theme of this work, remember the overall kind of what do we take from this is things don't stop just because humanity is gone. And remember, that's what that poem, There Will Come Soft Rains, was about, and also this story. That might be on the quiz, so I would go ahead and take that into some consideration when you're taking the quiz next, okay? So, again, let me read the name it, verb it part. So the name it is the short story, There Will Come Soft Rains by Ray Bradbury, okay? The verb it part is tells the story of a house that survives a nuclear bomb but burns down after the initial attack. And then your next sentence would be the author uses personification in the story too, and then you go on and answer the prompt all the way, please, because I finished grading your compare and contrast quick write last night. There were a handful of you that only addressed one part of that. So we need to work at answering the whole prompt. Slow down, okay? Slow down and actually answer the whole prompt. You need to cite at least 2 examples of personification, at least, okay? You can cite more if it works for you. At least 2 examples of personification from the story. One example is the house tried to save itself, right? Houses can't save itself. That's some good personification right there, kids. And then the next part of that, so when you use a piece of text evidence, then you need to tell how does that affect the reader, right? Well, me as the reader is now seeing, oh, well, does this house have a personality? Is this house real? Like, that affects me as a reader because I'm starting to empathize with this house, which means I'm starting to feel bad for a house, right? That's kind of weird, but the author is making us feel that way. Okay, so really make sure you get the short response done. We forget to do that quite often. So make sure you get that done. Also, your grades, I got the compare and contrast quick write in, and I'm still working on your haikus. Make sure there was one no name with the quick write. I think it was 4th period, but I'm not 100% sure, so you might want to go check on that today. Be good. Get your quiz and your writing done and your grammar turned in. Remember, everything's always up on the board, okay? And then your name it, verb it with your short responses up on the board as well. So make sure you get everything done today. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.